Pretty well defended area. We do have intel that there is mines, and there's a lot of entrenched sort of barbed wire obstacles. So have your team leaders or have at least one per team, one wire cutters per team. You don't need 100 per the fucking squad, but just one in each team. Grab some wire cutters, and then we are going to be sort of taking it slow, moving up to the objective, just because we believe that the north and eastern side is sort of mined to protect their base. Once we get there, we'll be required to capture the objective and then also hold the objective until friendly reinforcements arrive. So we may see things like enemy reinforcements, vehicles, soldiers, potentially aircraft, and we'll be required to just hold that area until friendly US reinforcements arrive. So that's where we'll train on our defense. Questions?
PD
No
is great.
questions? Go ahead.
So because of the terrain over there, are we going to be bringing any additional reinforcements with us?
In terms of?
Edge barriers, barbed wire, towers, bunkers, that sort of thing.
No, so we're not going to bring any additional equipment. We're going to sort of man what they have. So there's a fob. I know there's a HQ tower that we'll need to take out. So we'll have 3 cab take out that HQ tower. That will probably be the first thing that we do hit, just so they can't call for reinforcements. Makes our job a lot easier. But everything that will man is already on the ground. If we need to man anything else, then we can dig some trenches for the defense.
Copy. And because of the terrain, shall we take out today marksman rifles?
Judging by the terrain, it's probably not going to be that effective because it's all quite close and tight, moving into the air as well. So it's going to be a lot of CQB to take it. And you're probably not going to see too much, but if you believe that you'd be better running with a marksman rifle to do the job, then we can.
Copy, will advise. Thank you, RT, that's all.
Alright, I got something for flight.
Yep.
Are we expecting anything, or are you guys expecting anything before you get past phase line Bravo?
So for that first 20-minute period before phase line Alpha, we're just going to be training on how to cross an LDA and ODA, and then from phase line Alpha all the way to objective Caveman, there'll be enemy patrols throughout the area, and then at Caveman is where we'll need to take out that radio tower with your guys' support, and then sort of there could be incoming aircraft or vehicle reinforcements or anything like that which we'll need you guys for as well.
Yeah, so you guys want to drone up as soon as we get back from dropping you off?
We can get a drone up as soon as we're starting to get, I guess, to phase line alpha.
Okay.
So we can just radio it in, and then that way you guys can send something up and sort of scout out the area before we start moving.
Okay. All right.
Any other questions?
Yes, Greg.
Go ahead.
What are the chances of encountering some civilians?
Highly unlikely for the sort of the red grid area for objective caveman, but anything before that, I mean, that's all civilian area. So sort of that red radius is going to be, no civilians, but anything outside of that red perimeter, there could be civilians. It's a civilian area. But I'd take it that they wouldn't be too close. So, you may expect some civilians the north of phase line Bravo, but that's probably it that would come across.
Got it. And do we have any example clothing of the enemy we're gonna fight, just so we can show all the men to know what they're looking for?
Yeah, all black.
Got it. All black. Well advised. I am done now. LT, thank you.
You said that last time.
I had to cover quickly, okay?
I'm gonna have to have you submit your questions in writing, essay form, 48 hours prior to any briefing.
All blacks. Okay.
Yeah, and we're in all black. There is, really quick, there is a, I guess, leader, the Centralian Revolutionary Force leader there. We do know from intel that he is wearing a red beret, and I mean, last time, 72 hours ago that the drones went up, he was unarmed.
It'll catch up. Maybe. Uh-oh.
That's according to the third ID page.
Noted, kneecaps are optional. Thank you, sir.
That's right. I mean, obviously, this force is revolutionary in nature. They are insurgents plotting to overthrow the local government, but at the same time, they're also running a lot of contraband in and out of the country. So we want to capture and prosecute this guy if we can.
Sounds familiar.
All right, any other questions? All right, we'll move to platoon brief. Apologies, gentlemen. We're a little bit sort of behind today, but just had a little bit of an error.
So, boys, I'm bouncing out here at
Right.
1:15.
And that's the platoon mini.
Got me for very long. And if Klein's not here, you guys are not gonna have a good day. Well, you can barely do one job. Slow down a little bit.
Hey, last man, close the door. Just let me close it. What?
All right, lock it up. Stand by for brief.
Okay, got my UAV battery.
Is it me, or do they stand farther away every single week?
They get scared.
All right, first platoon. Throw your weapon on your back, gents. Yeah, haven't already. Okay, so today, what we're going to be training on is we're heading out. If you open up your maps down southwest, sort of where we're currently located, to LZ Spear. We're going to cover a couple things for the first 20 minutes, like we did last week, but it's just going to be less time. So at LZ Spear, we'll focus on crossing a DA and an ODA, so that's a linear danger area and an open danger area. We'll spend about 15 to 20 minutes working on that. Once we've completed that, then we'll step off from phase line Alpha, pushing up to phase line Bravo. Between that area, there may be civilian sort of presence. There may be enemy patrols. So from phase line to Alpha to Bravo, we just got to move slowly and be aware of our surroundings. From there, from phase line Bravo, we'll be focusing our training objectives on suppressive fire, and then focusing on sectors of fire and reacting to indirect fire at the same time. So the M249 gunners will go through a little bit of a talk. That's when we get to LZ Spear and we focus on those LDAs and ODAs. We'll also focus on suppressive fire and effective usage of the 249, or for if you're in Spartans, then the 240 Bravo. So we'll leave here from Hunter Army Airfield with 3 cab. Most likely it'll be 2 Chinooks. And then once we get to LZ Spear, as I mentioned, we'll conduct our dry phase of our training. And then we'll step off from phase line Alpha, and we'll be inserting behind enemy lines all the way to objective Caveman. We're going to establish a presence there due to recent attacks on the military and civilians in the province, which has been attributed to the Centralian Revolutionary Force is what we're going up to. Their fatigues are just all black fatigues. Our rules of engagement is do not fire unless fired upon for anything from LZ Spear all the way to phase line Bravo. And then once we're from phase line Bravo to objective Caveman, then our rules of engagement
drug dealing, human trafficking, etc. So at the HQ, we expect to find an HVT. He's the leader of this insurgency, and he likes to parade around in a red beret. So once you get in there, you need to check fire and see if you can capture this guy alive so we can prosecute him. Now, movements are going to be determined once we get on the ground in the AO. We have a lot of different avenues to approach where we could get one squad on one corner of the objective area. However, we have accurate intelligence, we believe, indicating that there are minefields around this objective. So we're really going to have to plot our movements very carefully, once we have eyes on that area. So in addition to your wire cutters, I'd recommend that each fire team has at least one mine detector, preferably on the fire team leader. All right, so we're going to try to get up as close as possible to this objective before we open up. However, depending on the situation and the enemy forces, we may have to fire and maneuver several hundred meters on top of up on top of this objective area. All right, so I'll give you more briefs on our movement once we get on the LZ. We'll go over the theoretical portion, the classroom, so to speak. And then, again, once we pass phase line Alpha, get up to phase line Bravo, we'll formulate our plan of attack, and we'll get moving on that target. All right, any questions?
BTS1R?
Yep.
I can't see any of the phase lines. Is it possible to remark them?
All right, will do.
Thank you.
Anyone else?
BTS Prez?
Go for it.
Do we have a determined location on where the HQ is within the combat zone? I know there's a few question marks that are marked down.
Yeah, the question marks are going to be our squad positions once we move in and assault this area, this target area. So again, up on the high ground on the target, those are going to be the fortifications, basically, central and south central on that hilltop. This is basically an abandoned mine. This group captured. They're well funded, and so they've had some time to dig in and really fortify their area operations. So it'll be on the south side. Again, we're going to get on the ground, get eyes on before we start movement. And I will be sure to update our markings as the terrain is revealed.
Yeah, we'll send a drone up as well from 3 cab, and then they'll scout out and mark all the targets on the map prior to that anyway. So you'll see that all starting to come up from their aerial drone. They'll mark it.
All right.
Any other questions that we can answer?
PTS Orsini?
Yep.
Will there be any human trafficking victims in the mines or the HQ itself?
No. Nope. All right. Anything else? Just refer to your squad leads. I want everyone ready to go, lined up by the same gate that we always exit, just before the Cottrell Field and Warriors Walk, because we'll exit and go left to the runway. Be there by 15:15, which is 14 minutes. What? I didn't hear you. What? All right. Let's get it going.
I was on.
Had to switch to yelling. Hey, LaFar, if you want to carry the wire cutter, I'll carry the mine detector.
So yeah.
I'm going to carry both. Alright, cool. Yeah, no, I don't have space.
Alright, Jordan, you're carrying our...
I'm going to find some wire cutter.
We'll just have 2 shades.
No, I need a new helmet. I'm getting this helmet.
I wanted this helmet! No.
Nope, too bad.
Wait, where'd DLT go?
Fuck off, camp.
That's fine.
I just want
Yes.
the helmet
Yep.
that I have now.
You need to contact company. We'll be on 3-0 as usual.
Roger that. I'm listening on my alternate channel.
That's good.
Like a different RCP uniform? No, I'll just do this. I gotta change my glasses now.
What'd
There
you
is no
do
other
to 'em?
RCP uniform that we're allowed to use, unfortunately.
I think that
Somebody
LT.
clicked on them.
Hey, these days it's deadly.
Yeah.
Do I do it, Shade? Do I do it?
what?
Look, my face.
No, don't.
Why?
Radio check 3-0. Over.
Lima Charlie.
Let me try the 6-0. Oh, we need wire cutters, don't we?
Yes.
Could I drop the UAV battery or no?
No, I would like it if you kept them.
Lima Charlie.
If you don't have
Kept
space,
it?
I
Okay.
can carry it.
I mean, I really don't have space.
Okay, I'll carry it.
Alright, yeah. Is UAV battery?
No, carry the UAV battery. I'll carry the wire cutters.
Okay, yeah. I have no space.
Oh wait, no, never mind. We don't. Wait a second, let me check. I can even fit that. If not, it's not a big deal.
Should I probably already mark out some LZs?
Yeah, you can do.
Let me try land 3-1.
Yeah, I'll. Okay. Okay, yeah, I have wire cutters. I don't think we'll.
No
really need-
NVGs. I'm dropping my shit. Alright, yeah.
Okay.
I'm ready to move. Fly, fight, win. Air Force.
Radio check 3-1.
Ready, shit.
Yeah, give me a moment.
All right.
Sir, don't forget to close the door.
Forgot to close my own damn door.
Nuts. It's called nutrition. That's what it says on the pack. Well, these are peanuts.
Where's Withy?
Hold on,
Where's
that's
that?
the Navy.
I mean, Withy is
249.
assistant AR, so if anything, he should take up the mantle.
Roger that. I'm right behind you.
Who's their AR?
Nissan is their AR, and Withy is the...
He's the AG? Okay, yeah.
Wish I was loved.
Roger that.
The dog gets all the loving, huh?
Why don't you let me set?
I mean, my nuts. The ones I took a picture. I took a picture of my nuts for you.
Nutrition.
Yeah, the nutrition.
On a line, Antonio.
Anira, come in front of me. Come on, buddy. No, in front of me.
yeah.
In front of me. In front of me. Yeah, good boy.
Orsini, you must be this tall to enjoy the ride.
Yes.
I like how we're all exactly the same height. We're clones. We're in the Clone Wars.
I would be 100% okay with that.
Is there a weight
My
limit?
BC
I'm pretty sure I'm overweight at this point.
Best of times, it was the worst of times.
That happened.
I'm a little frightened by that razor wire. What if he falls and hits us? Gives us a haircut.
What?
Does love you.
Look at the fucking thing on that.
Don't forget it.
Blood looks spit around warmed up. Stepping off over.
Orsini, go.
Squad, left bird. Let's go. Take a knee at the back. Do not enter. Sam, hold. You're on that bird. Take a knee at the back. Use the back.
Board 1977.
This swagger reminds me of Talladega Nights with the Fig Newton sticker.
Alright, Stats, so you're following
It is
through on the
big and
first
it is
bird.
dangerous.
Take
God, deep dive, dude.
Don't know why.
Just next to Sam on the left or right side. Take
Yeah,
a
come out the south with the
sir.
guys.
At least I know who they're
shooting
shooting at. All right, Scorpions, line up. Next squad, fall in. Left side, take a knee.
I hope it don't make us
Wait, where's my Phoenix? Or Phoenix Star, yeah. Alright, on that bird. You gotta fall in on the left side, so create a second line.
Gregor, when were you able to start carrying that?
Like 3 years ago. 2 years ago?
What? We're about to draw AR.
It's not illegal in my state.
No.
It's the 417.
No, not you, not you.
It's still an AR-10 platform.
That suppressor's not illegal in my state, and I'll hold it for you.
Appreciate the conversation. Alright, check them out.
Falcon
We're
6,
taking them
we make
to
6.
LZ
Can we get
Spear.
permission to board? Start loading our guys up over.
Yep, go ahead.
Aviation,
We're
permission
headed
board.
to
Roger that. All call signs. We have 6. Go ahead and start boarding the aircraft.
Just initial, taking them in the.
You can go for the
All right, first squad. Get in the bird.
Do it both at
Go.
the same time. There's plenty of room for both of us. Yeah, just run down here.
Well, at this point, if your ears go bad,
So
come on you.
We'll both.
Can they open up the ramp?
You climb over it. You're fine.
First helicopter.
What we do.
We'll take the first
3-0, ready to check
All
them.
right, go squad. Let's do it.
First will land on this
Get the
side,
bird.
second land on this side.
Move it.
And then first will take off first, second will take off.
That's
last.
right. Keep it going.
But once we hit there, then I'll kind of brief you guys on what we're doing. We'll have about 20, 30 minutes of downtime before we're needed. So, all right, you want Nuccio or Paxton as a co-pilot?
Gonna make 7.
7 copies over.
Well, not he can't fly, but yeah.
What, Lang?
Go squads, don't talk in the
Last stand.
Yeah.
Widowmaker 6. This is Widowmaker 7. Be advised, first bird is loaded.
You self-interact. Go.
All right, Paxton,
Cold soda pop.
Nuccio, up on the other side of this.
Sounds like it tastes good.
Co-pilot.
Oh, Marsh. Marsh, tell me you saw my text at least, right?
Did.
Alright, cool. I'll blame you for it.
Alright, Nuccio, hop on the crew channel and come.
Controls unlocked.
And I forgot spare barrels again.
TACCOM.
Why am I fucking... There we go, that's why. Okay, that's fine. What I need you for is my navigation. Okay, we're good. Is my navigation. Are you ready? If you just want to, Pax, if you want to tell Paul just to wait by the tower when he gets this shit set. Don't feel overwhelmed, Joe. It all comes in practice. Right. Yeah. No. That's why we start out with the littler birds, and we start out on landing on runways because it just makes things easier. The little birds are kind of more like way more responsive. If you want to form left, I'll hold right at the staging strips. So the little birds are like really finicky, if you would. But that's why we have you start out on them. If you can fly those, you can fucking fly a lot smoother controls. Okay, everyone set?
Turn to your left, LT.
Yes, we just took off. Yes, we just took off.
Starting left turn, taking off, MSR.
That they did almost hit a bunny. I wasn't flying.
200, speed 170.
Oh, no, I lost him. There we go.
I'm 200, 190. Coming up to.
So you hear our
LZ,
pilots
I got
talking.
the brown field in front of us, 12 o'clock.
Not too bad, not too bad. I was fucking around with my bit rate and fucked it up somehow. I was playing around with it, you know, just googling what's the best bit rate and try to get less lag, and it's stabilized now, but in the beginning I was up at 6,000 bit rate and now I pumped it to 3,000. Bumped it down.
Copy, I still got quite a bit of altitude here.
Yeah,
so
it is.
I'm
not even in it yet. I'm Zeusing, so they're they're a distance away. Blood. Oh shit, I think that's me landing. Gotta get back in game. Hey Parka, did you see the email from... Oh shit, gotta go. Get the hell out. Yeah, please do. Because it seems I can never get that shit right. This is extremely loud, sorry. Helps when you have two big ass fucking Chinooks. Dust off. Alright, this is an example of an ODA. Yeah, if you could send those to me, that'd be awesome. That way I can match or get close. I mean, I have a hell of a computer, so I know it's not my computer, but yeah. And I have 200 meg internet. Upload is over 20, if not higher.
All right, first squad, take us out east. Let's get squad columns back to back.
Squad columns back to back. Alpha, lead the squad column. We go east.
That's right, Greg, you got rear security. All right, let's form up, get moving.
Quit pinging me.
Alpha, get ready.
Jimbo, with you, where you at?
Just wait for the first squad to pass and fall back, fall in behind them.
All right, guys, you know the drill. 20 meters.
1080, I think. I'd have to double check. I bought it. It's a couple years old now, so I could probably definitely upgrade.
Much more spacing on your team. Other than that, we're good. There you go. No, perfect. Moisa. Stepping off flank. Moisa delicious. Very good.
Delish.
Yes, we do.
Is like the stream laggy at all? Like to me it's just a little bit. I mean, I'm running at only 10 FPS right now in game, according to my Steam FPS tracker anyway. Good. Yeah, looking at my like my stream or my OBS here, I mean, drop rate's 0 now. Before it was dropping some when I was at 6,000 bitrate, so I knew that I was over. CPU's running at 35%, 60 FPS, and my little laggy.
Nothing wrong with pulling up the rear with that.
As long as you ain't taking it, you're fine.
All right, ladies and gents, listen up. All right, so I'm going to cover LDAs and ODAs. So as you should all know by now, linear danger areas and open danger areas. Well, let me start with the definition of a danger area so we know what we're talking about here. All right, it's going to be any place on a unit's route, our route, where a leader determines that his unit may be exposed to enemy observation or fire. Some examples include roads, trails, streets in urban terrain, other enemy positions, and natural and man-made areas with little to no vegetation or cover. All right, now generally we are going to bypass danger areas regardless of what form they take. We're always going to take the path of least resistance, but at the same time, we need to maintain security. There's no point in going, headlong into a battle if we're just going to get mowed down by a machine gunner at the end of a road 500 meters away. So let's start with linear danger areas. We're going to encounter these a lot. In any map that we go to, there's going to be roads crisscrossing the entire terrain. So some considerations when you get to a linear danger area, such as a road. Now, let's find an example here on the map. All right, so check out LZ Spear. All right, so we're over here to the east. Well, this whole road here, it's in the middle of an ODA. That's one linear danger area. So if we were going to cross this, pushing southeast from LZ Spear, we need to consider near side security. That's on the close side of the road, and far side security on the opposite side of the road. And obviously, you're going to have to cover your flanks as well during any movement or static hold. At a bare minimum, when it comes to covering the near side and the far side, providing that security, you're going to need a two-man team, so a buddy team. Preferably, you're going to have ARs covering both directions down that LDA, regardless of it's a city street or a country road. All right. Now let's talk about moving across LDAs. We're going to start with the squad level here. All right, so Alpha Fire team is moving along.
Sounds good, Parker.
So they call it the
Yeah, thanks.
LDA
Definitely send that to me. That way I can mess around with it on. I'm off next Wednesday, so that'll be the next time I stream. But at least I can figure something out with it.
He is going
Appreciate
to
it.
set two men on the near side to provide security, one facing up the road, the other down the road. So that way, if there's any enemies, along that roadway or in the near future, moving toward it or towards you, up or down it, you're going to have guns covering those targets. All right. So you set up the near side security. All right. Well, the other two men from that fire team, they're going to cross. Now that near side is set, they're going to provide far side security. The team leader is going to cross with them. All right. Once you've got that set, near side can move over. You can get that whole fire team over to the southeast side of that road. They're still covering both directions up and down it on the far side. That's two guns. That meets the bare minimum. So that trail fire team, Bravo fire team, can move across there, and they're going to provide rear security as you move along. But you're good to go. You've successfully navigated that LDA. Now this is important. One thing that squad leads need to do before they cross an LDA is make sure there's enough room on the other side for your entire squad to fit. All right. It's one thing to get a fire team over there, 4 to 7 men, but getting a whole 10 to 12 to 14, if you're up against a cliff face, if you're up against another ODA with enemy presence, you're not going to have enough room to set, let alone maneuver. All right. So always take that into consideration before movement. Now we're going to go to the platoon level. All right. So this is scaled up. First squad is generally going to be leading to platoon formation. So let's say they come across a road, call the LD up to Lieutenant Lambert here. All right. He's going to move forward to assess and confirm the danger area. Now, if he decides to move the platoon across, the trail squad, generally 4th squad, is going to send up 2 men to provide near side security. So that last trail squad, they're going to send up, an AR, at least one AR and another soldier to provide security along that roadway. All right. And you'll see the point to this in a moment here. All right. So once that's done, the lead squad first is going to cross by teams, and the first squad leader is going to confirm that there's enough room to move the entire platoon across. All right. If there is room and we're not bounding back, then the squad lead calls to the PL, lets him know, and the PL will continue movement by squads. All right. And obviously the squad is going to send one team across at a time. This takes time to accomplish, but security is very high for this kind of movement, considering the danger area. All right. Now, once 4th squad gets up there, they're going to send 2 more men to provide far side security. All right. So near side security, those first 2 soldiers get up, get on that road. They're going to cross with the rest of 4th platoon. our 4th squad, excuse me, and then they're going to continue providing rear security as the platoon continues moving down its original azimuth. All right. Now, if you encounter a series of LDAs, like, 2 parallel roads, treat them as a single LDA. All right. So you're going to have near side on the close road, far side on the opposite side of the far road, the furthest road from your position. But you're not going to bound across, 2 roads, do that whole kind of maneuver if they're only 25, 50 meters apart. Treat them as one. All right. So that's LDAs. All right. If you look around here, we got a hell of a lot of open ground. A number of open danger areas. All right. So for these, again, generally, we're not going to bound all the way across here. We'll do it in training just to get it done, get the experience, see its strengths and weaknesses as a movement. Generally, we're going to bypass. And to do that, really, the easiest and the most reliable method is to perform what's called a detour bypass method. A lot of you have probably seen it in field manuals about infantry movements. So basically, the lead element, the lead squad in our platoon formation is going to halt and calls an ODA. Lieutenant Lambert here, or whoever's leading the platoon, is going to move up and identify and confirm that ODA. Now, he's going to set near and far side rally points on this ODA. So let's say we got an open field here. Well, we're going to set a rally point here on our side. In case we have to fall back to this position, we'll all know where to link up and continue on with our mission. Likewise, if we get disrupted or separated during our movement across an ODA, if we have a far side rally point or more set, we'll also know where to go given any kind of contingency. So, shit happens. The fog of war settles on the battlefield, and it can get very confusing. So it's important to have this all worked out before you initiate movement. All right, so we've identified the ODA, and we are going to bypass it.
Thanks for the follow.
Method. All right. So what you do is platoon leader will call that on the radio to all squad leads. The lead squad is going to set a pace man to count pace moving around this open danger area. So you're going to move a set distance and adjust 90 degrees, turning once you get to the end of that distance. So let's say, we're moving south to north. We come across an open field. All right, this field is 100 meters across. It's 100 meters square. We'll give an ideal situation here. All right, so you want to get around it without getting close to any kind of exposure around the periphery. So what you're going to do is you're going to shift west. You're going to shift left 90 degrees, move 100 degrees out. Once that's done, you're going to shift right. You're going to turn 90 degrees to the north, move 150 degrees up. And then once you get up to that point on the northwest corner of that ODA, you're going to correct right again, shift 90 degrees.
Appreciate it, bud.
Push 100
We're just
so that's going to
this is the boring part, I guess you can say. This is training by the numbers, so we're explaining. Our staff is explaining. This one is ODAs and LDAs, which is how you, linear danger area and open danger area. So basically, going over a road or a path of some sort to openings like large fields, like behind here.
So you guys can see. If you open up your maps and you look just where this objective is, you'll see a lovely platoon formation that I've drawn up here. So if we're approaching, as Sergeant Brock has mentioned, an LDA, which these 2 red lines simulate a road here. So what would happen is the Alpha Squad leader identifies, obviously, that we're approaching. I'm just going to wait for that aircraft, actually.
Damn flyboys.
Give people ideas, right?
Oh no, Greg, after that one fuck up way back, I don't think they'll ever forget. One time.
Stallion, this is Quake 6. Thanks for the delivery. Alright, so as I was saying, if you see your maps, we've got an LDA marked here. The red lines simulate a road. we got a platoon sort of column going on, or platoon wedge. We come up to an LDA, so the Alpha Squad leader identifies that, you know, we've approached an LDA, which is a road. So this would also be an LDA up here. There's actually this hard road that divides, or you know, obviously the areas. So we come up to it, the Alpha Squad leader calls a halt, and then the platoon leader or platoon sergeant will go up to actually approach to ensure that we have identified, you know, an LDA. And if we have identified an LDA, there's two options. As Brock mentioned, we can cross straight across right here, or we have to go around and find an alternate path. Now, the reason why we would do that is if we're going to cross it straight away, and then let's say we're crossing here from to south, which I'll just quickly draw it. So if we were coming down this way here, if you can see my red arrow, well, we wouldn't cross right here at this LDA, because there's got this whole town that would obscure our formation, right? We'd have to break our formation. So what we would simply do is just move and then cross, you know, our LDA at a more appropriate place, which would be here. Make sense? In that
LT, I'm
aspect?
sorry to interrupt you, sir. Sergeant Sam, could you please tell Nissen that he's going the wrong fucking direction?
East, Nissan, east.
The other east.
All right, does that make sense? What you guys see about crossing the LDA? Whether we go straight across, or we're gonna, you know, take a bypass and then cross to an open area.
Actually make it blue so he won't miss it.
Yes.
Right. We're all here to engage the enemy, but we're going to do it
Is
at
there any
our
questions,
strong
Simon?
point. We're not going to do it on their ground.
No questions. All right. So if we do decide to get rid of that, so if we do decide to cross the LDA, let's say right here, and we're crossing straight north, well, then what we do is our weapon squad, which would be at the rear, would come all the way up. So they'd send, you know, their gun team, or they'd halve their team, so a gun team and a javelin team, to this position here. So they'd send 4 guys here, and then another 4 guys here. That way they're pulling security from the west and the east. We can't take any contact from the west or the east side of this area that we're crossing. And then we're able to safely move across the LDA. Now, as Brock mentioned as well, we can cross in 2 types. And you see I've got it marked here. So I've got a buddy 2x2. So 2x2, we just cross. So, you know, the first squad would go. So 2 guys would cross. They get there. They call out that they're set. Next 2 guys. Next 2 guys. It's going to take a long time to cross, number one. And it's going to break our formation that we have going. Second thing is we cross with a squad wedge. You can see we're already in that formation. So 1 squad crosses, then pulls security. The next squad crosses, pulls security. And that way we're moving a whole wedge across the LDA while we've got our security covered at the same time. Does that make sense?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
All right, back to you, Cesar.
Thanks,
Yes,
sir.
Nissan, we're not at phase line. We are
All right,
above the phase
lock
line.
it up. Go to Whisper if you have to. All right, so final point on crossing ODAs. All right, so yeah, we're going to try to avoid it. So I'll give you an example here. All right, look south LZ Spear. All right, so right there, we got a large ODA. That's it. So let's say, hypothetically, that we're moving due south from the western end of LZ Spear. All right, so when we get to that LDA, we don't want to go up to phase line Bravo through all that open country there at that point. So again, I was talking about using that detour bypass method. So real quick, follow my arrow here. This is how we'd pull it off, all right? All right, so we get up to the LDA, or the ODA, excuse me. Platoon leader calls it, yeah, it's an ODA, we're not crossing there. We are going to shift to the southwest, 200 meters, and then correct north, get on the southern end of this ODA. So this is how it looks. All right, so we shifted southwest. We're going to push southeast. There we go. All right, so we can get up to phase line Bravo at Hill 18. Just say, you know, we want to get in those buildings, establish a support by fire position, and then maneuver onto the objective from there. That's not what we're going to do today because that is not ideal given the terrain, but that's an idea of how to conduct those 90-degree turns and bypass that open area altogether. Now, if the platoon must cross a large ODA, generally it's going to be employing a platoon wedge. Now, we trained on that 2 weeks ago at FTX number 1 here at Fort Stewart. So, you know, we got lead squad up front, then we got 2 trail squads flanking on the left and the right rear. And given that we have 4 squads in our platoon now, we'd probably have 4th squad in almost diamond formation, you know, providing rear security as we move.
That was my dog.
We got a whole
There's another one
providing
right down here.
360-degree all-around security. And, you know, we're going to make the most of our movement, get across that danger area quickly, and get back to cover and concealment.
I'm told I need to have a dog cam.
Any worst-case scenarios pop up, and we have to engage. We're going to have guns pointed in every direction. So that's LDAs and ODAs in a nutshell. If you want any reference material on this, you can find all this in the Ranger Handbook. So,
just a final quick thing before we actually put this into practice now. If you look at your maps again to the left of my previous drawing, we've got a picture of an ODA. It's just a quick drawing here. So the infantry marker representing the platoon moving north. Well, we've come across an open area, this field. Let's say, you know, these lines are just marking as trees, so the scribbles. So we've got trees around the outskirts, and then we've got an open area. Well, instead of walking straight across and just making ourselves a simple and easy target in the middle of nowhere, well, as Brock mentioned earlier about moving off azimuth and then getting back onto the correct path and pace counting and so forth and all those different types of methods that you can use, well, simply what we're going to do is we're going to go, you know, work out determine how many meters that we need to go to the east. And then we move east, you know, X amount of meters, then we move north X amount of meters, and then however many meters we moved east originally would move back west, and then we'll be back on our original path and would continue back north. So that's just a simple method of crossing an open danger area without, you know, making ourselves a visible target or like skylining ourselves, essentially. Make sense? Any questions?
No questions. Can we see how it looks out there?
Yep, that's what we're going to do now. So from LZ Spear to phase line Alpha, just past phase line Alpha, we've got the LDA, which is right here. And that's what we're going to cross. And then we've got a couple open areas here where we are, and then we've got a couple open areas between, or from this, let me just mark this for you guys. From this LDA there, we've got a couple open areas up to phase line Bravo, and then from phase line Bravo up towards the objective. So we'll just use some bypass routes as well. So I'll put it into aspect. So Brock, let's get the platoon moving, and we'll move towards the phase line.
Yes, sir. All right. We're going to form a platoon column. So get the squads together. Let's get a squad column. First squad up front, second, third, and fourth. Let's get 50 meters between. We have just enough space between our current position and phase line Alpha. So let's get oriented southeast. First squad, get in position. Everyone else falling behind.
Alrighty, boys.
Elementary, my dear Abel. Elementary.
Pretty much just waiting for everyone to go in front of us.
This is our first ODA.
Wonder.
1, this is 7. Go ahead and push out another 100 meters.
What's up?
Alpha, let's fall in behind the sergeant.
Well, I guess I fixed the clicking, but I didn't fix the
Alright, Alpha, form a wedge.
Having the eating food. Yep.
All right, go squad. Let's get going.
Yeah, okay, here he gave Nissan the wrong directions. That's why.
Amazing.
He said go east, and it
Widowmaker Fox, Widowmaker Romeo, jump in the formation, start moving over.
Hey, Trout. Thanks for the follow, buddy.
1, go ahead and push out towards a 2, phase line Alpha, over. All right, we're moving.
Not yet. So now that they did the by the numbers, now they're going to kind of conduct it as a slow run through. So here they're
Widowmaker 2
got this big open area.
Is the point man on your formation, over?
Alright, Alpha, let's move.
Soon though. Usually that we end our field training exercises. But you can see this is a platoon formation. So right now we roughly have 40 plus soldiers in this platoon.
About 10 meters, he's in front of Lang as well as Unger. They're both in front of Lang at the moment.
So this is
correct that, over?
An LDA. Officially, they crossed an LDA.
Keep moving.
But they are... Sorry, I got my platoon leader bitching and yelling. But, so they're heading here. You'll see. You play Arma a lot at all, 101?
Keep moving, over.
Push up to phase line Alpha. Stay on the west side of that north-south.
You own it? It's a game that requires a hell of a good computer. Even I struggle with it, and that's what I've been researching, is because you can see when I'm not in, this is called Zeus. When I'm not in Zeus, I started lagging like no other today, and some days it works great, some days it doesn't. For me, it's a setting area, and really I just research, and I mean, just need somebody to kind of remote into my computer and do it for me, because I'm illiterate when it comes to that shit. But,
Widowmaker 1, approaching the road. Let's go and get a halt, over.
Okay, so this is our LDA. Our LDA in an ODA, actually.
Widowmaker 7, let's go ahead and move up to Widowmaker 1's position, assess the LDA, determine if that's a good area to cross, over.
So it's not exactly a great, because if there were gunners down here, or gunners down here,
3
wouldn't work out. Wouldn't work out so well.
Widowmaker 3, I want you to move one team 100 meters north of Widowmaker 1, and then a second team 100 meters south of Widowmaker 1. They've just halted in the LDA, over.
So you can see that the platoon leader is directing. So this is Widowmaker 1. This is first squad up here. They are now sending a squad from the back to come up and pull security down these LDAs. So we're gonna set up a machine gun, basically a 249,
one team
facing
to the east and one team to the south of your current position.
Just like what he said, we're setting up on a near side approach. So one guy about here looking down that road, one guy about here looking down that road, to where then they would bring up another team of 4, which would then cross the road, do some recon on this side of the road,
100 to 150
come back,
meters away from
give the clear,
element, and set up in positions to support that LDA crossing over.
Cold War's a fun game. I like Cold War. Here comes a civilian truck.
Good copy. Hold fire and let's fire the pond, over.
Level what? Oh,
3, keep moving
yeah.
you guys into position.
I haven't played it in years, or quite a while, so I can't remember the last time I launched it. I know a few of my nephews play it. religiously, but hey, LT.
Hey, what's up, sir?
Just a call out. We kind of got a. We're doing an LDA, which is great, but we're also in an ODA while doing it. Chilic and Zeus.
Yeah, it's sort of the area isn't the best.
Nah, it's not. I mean,
because it's sort of open.
But they're getting the experience on it, which is good.
Yeah. If it was all trees there, it would have been a lot better. But
Don't cross. Don't cross. There you go.
Right.
Good man. All right. So you can kind of see, yeah, he's setting up. Got the machine gun. It's a battle team no matter what. There I see you got a 3-man battle team over here. Jesus, 201?
Good copy over. We're just going to treat this one as if it's an LDA, where first squad is at the moment, just because I want to focus on the LDA part here. But that's an A firm. Let's move across southeast, and let's get these squads up to phase line Bravo for the attack. Over.
Then you need to change the last bit of your username. I don't even know how you say that. The
Widowmaker 1 be
GB Adventure?
Pulling security on each
I don't know.
LDA. You can start sending.
But you can change 101 to 201. That's your Cold War level. Where are you from?
Widowmaker 1, this is 6. Go ahead and start moving towards phase line Bravo, southeast. Over. Widowmaker 1, how copy? Over.
Texas.
Widow 1, do you copy? Over.
Nice. Wisconsin here, so.
Good copy. Let's Oscar Mike. Need you moving across that road yesterday. 6 out. Widowmaker 2, 4, follow 1. Keep moving across that LDA. Widowmaker 3 is pulling security. Got you covered. Over.
Come on, 2. You gotta move.
All call signs is Widowmaker 6. Widowmaker 4, once you cross the LDA, go ahead and advise on this net so Widowmaker 3 can collapse and fall in behind. Over.
Call you Tokyo?
They get the general gist of it, sir.
Yeah, they do. Ideally, the only thing I saw kind of, I guess, not wrong, but not by full SLP, is the, so you had weapons come up with their two-man buddy teams to cover the roads. Then officially you're supposed to send the rest of Widowmaker 3's element across the road to recon the other side. And then give the clear that it's good to go, and then you move the element.
That would make sense, yeah.
But
I think I remember hearing that in the, because I watched a couple videos and read a couple publications, the Ranger Handbook, and I watched a video of a Ranger sort of explaining everything. Yeah, I remember he mentioned something about that, yeah.
Yeah, but other than that, everything else looks solid. Because you only want, like I noticed, like the rest of Widowmaker 3 moved up and kind of helped the road, right? Another version of this that's quicker, but for smaller elements, like this is the way you want to do it for Platoon. But when you only got a squad size element coming up on an LDA, you scroll the road, right, to where you do the bump. So you set a person, get a guy across, and then you bump, and move on. then obviously, rule number one of LDAs and ODAs is avoid them, right? You try to not be in the area. But well, let's hop on our little four-wheeler and get up next to him, huh?
There you go, a four-wheeler here.
Oh, no, I ain't being bitch.
I'll just hug you. 7 through 6 semester. Negative, I do not have buses have them continue moving at this time, over.
What's up, Draco? Yeah, there's a good chunk of people nowadays. I was in the Army, Tokyo. So, yeah. Get your fat ass off my four-wheeler. I think it turned back on because you're still on it.
Did it?
Yeah, I shut it off when I got off. It starts itself back up.
Doesn't like you.
See if you can turn it off.
What the fuck? Look, it's got 2 engines. One of them turns off, but one's still running. What? You got a 2-in-1, sir. 2 engines in one. Falcon 6, this is Widowmaker 6, over. Falcon Actual, be advised, we are approaching Phaseline Bravo. If you can send up a drone to scout out the area and mark any hard targets on map, over.
Alright, back. Shit, they just keep walking. I got my little four-wheeler. My ass don't need to walk. How old are you, Tokyo? Why can't you join? Is that why? Just age yet? Or medical or something like that? A little bit of a messed up formation. So you have... Uh-oh. Hey, thanks, Trout. I'm glad you checked us out. Yeah, we've been around a while. Officially founded in 2003. So we have members in our unit that weren't even born yet at that time. So that shouldn't have anything to do with it, Tokyo. In the Army, they actually pay for that as well. So they I guess took out the rule of don't ask, don't tell, and homosexuality that's not wanted in the military. That's available and there now. So I mean, I'd just go talk to a recruiter, be honest, and see what options there are. I mean, if you want to serve, you don't need to serve in a combat role, or anything like that. But I'd at least go check it out. And yeah, Trout, I would, thanks for checking out our website. That's awesome. I've been in this unit now for, coming up on, I'm 4 months away from 15 years. So I haven't been here the entire time the unit's been. I enlisted in 2006, so 3 years after it got founded, but. BMP rolling up on our team. So this will be interesting because this is a true LDA. To see how it goes. Now you got a tank or a BMP down here. Trout, what do you need to upgrade on your hardware, on your computer? Nickels.
How many meters is that from the nearest soldier? Over.
Windmaker 6, War Eagle 7, I'll copy over.
I literally just called this shit in. Let me pull it up. I can tell you.
Call aviation in, let them take it out.
True. I have a good buddy actually that builds computers out in California. He's a Marine now. Or no, sorry, Air Force. Peterson. He builds them. And I did hear that like supply chain issues. I mean, you got to think all these graphics cards, RAM, motherboard, stuff like that. A lot of that's made in China. And when the U.S. went on their lockdown, or that we still are, a lot of that importing is extremely difficult, and costs a shit ton more. So it's true that there's a lot of things that are. I just missed them blowing up a tank or a BMP. Dismounted crew. It's a pretty good hit from way back there, but and dead. All right, ceasefire, you're fine. But yeah, that's true. It's gonna be I want to upgrade mine. I upgrade every, I don't know, 5 years generally. I'll go through and get a new RAM for sure, graphics for sure, processor and RAM are really your big things to upgrade and keep on top of. But I'm not a very computer savvy person, so I mean I can put it up, I can take it apart, put it back together. But as for like what's compatible with what, yeah, there are some nice websites that help you. I know that because I've done that for a computer build. So I have another one right down here. That's just not plugged in. It's low end, plays old style games, but would never play Arma. would never play Cold War either. Games like maybe America's Army. Yeah, that's a good one, Draco. And it lets you know when you purchase something or you put something in your I guess your shopping cart that's not compatible with the other one. So, but again, I'm not very very good with that either. So, I've bought in RAM and found out that it isn't compatible. Thinking, oh hell yeah, this is a hell of a deal. 16 megabytes, sweet, or gigs. Well, Trout, when you get up and running, come check us out. We'll be here. We have our waves of people. I think Draco mentioned it last time he saw us. We weren't as big. I mean, we grow quite often, but just like anything online, people get busy and don't come around anymore, so they end up getting called discharged from us, and then we have people that just kind of take their place, so. Yeah. Hey, Trout. Thanks, bud. In Tokyo. Yeah, I mean, our recruitment age is 15, but you will need your, as you said, a computer that can handle Arma. Check out our website. It's on my Twitch page here, since you guys are talking to me on Twitch, so. Ooh, look at that. Lighten them up. Get myself moved again. I think the Platoon element took that one out. So you can see they're moving into their kind of attack formation here to get, you got Scorpions, Spartans, Phoenix, and Ghosts. And then that's what we'll be taking on today. There's my right-hand man. A little bit of choo-choo right here going on. She's a burning. It's doing the same thing. I'm not lagging too bad right now. Oh. I still got to play a lot with my video settings. As I said today, when I loaded up and started actually turning on my stream here, yeah, it is not the same as usually what I'm at. So there are some things I need to get in and handle, that's for sure. Buddy of mine stopped in the stream earlier, said he'll send me his OBS is what I use for streaming. Send me his OBS settings because we have the same graphics card set up and whatnot. A YouTube channel? Yep. We do. Called 3rd Infantry Division Realism Unit. There you'll find, I multi-stream, so right now I'm streaming on that, our Facebook page, as well as our, my personal Twitch. So this is my personal Twitch, and then I stream on our unit Facebook and our unit YouTube. And then there's others that also stream on those too. I have a 1080, GeForce 1080. GeForce GTX. So definitely can get the job done. So you can see this laser right here. So we have also in our unit a flight detachment, which in this case, so it's a drone right now that's lasering that target for us, which then we're able to lock on with what we call a javelin, and you know get extreme accurate. Oh, in fact, here it comes. Oh, missed. Oh, that one hit. Like I said, pretty accurate. But we have a flight program back here. Oh, looks like they're ready to transport something. So that's an Apache. Helicopters are always loud, so I apologize. And then we have a couple people in the tower right now as well, directing. Alright, Tokyo. Talk to you later, bud. Thanks for the subscribe again, bud. Or the follow. Oh. Something landed behind us. No worries. Just takes me a little bit to read them. Hold on. Yeah, so for activity, ideally, upon enlistment, you are entered into what's called MEPS, so military enlistment processing, right? Same thing in the real military. You'll be assigned then to a active duty squad, so one of the platoons, kind of wherever the need is and personnel wise. But then from there, you'll have to get your training, your initial OSET training, so your basic training in AIT, your infantry side of training, which is a 2-3 hour course to complete basic and AIT, called OSET is what we call it. You'll see on our front page some postings of like graduation classes that's happened so far. So to be considered active and active enough in our unit is really, we understand, and this squad's just getting lit up. Where's that coming from? Oh, right there. Someone has to get him. The GS-30 just lighting that squad up. Guess that's a way to take it out. Let's see how many WIAs we have over here. Oh, wounded. Wow. No unconscious, just walking wounded. That's pretty good. But anyway, where was I? So we understand that, the time commitment thing. We don't stress 100% activity in our unit. We stress 100% accountability in our unit. So we have a program called TPRing, or temporary patch requests. We're based around the military, so patch requests, getting off leave, stuff like that. So if you can't make a weekend, usually our times are squad drills. So you'll train with your squad once a week. Just that squad. Like, this is a Platoon FTX, to where all squads come together and we train in a larger format. But then on Saturdays at 1500 EST, so 3 p.m. Eastern, you'll train with your 9 to 15 man squad, depending the size of whatever squad you're in. And then so that is a required event, and then this is a required event. So really we have 2 required events a week, one Saturday 1500 EST and one Sunday 1500 EST. Obviously, yes, that takes up kind of the weekend. Squad drills are generally only an hour or 2 at max. FTXs run 3, generally 2 to 3, just at their larger scale, of course. But again, if you have stuff going on, as long as you post that TPR and it's approved by your squad leader or your leader, first line leader, you're free to go. I mean, I know for myself, I TPR at least twice a month, if not more, just with personal life, work. I run my own business, things like that. So stuff comes up. Nice thing is our website is mobile friendly, so it's easy enough to get in there and post it from your cell, so that helps too. This team's doing a good job staying in cover here, or technically some concealment, with not just going out into the ODA. But I hope that explains some. Training wise, I mean, all the schools are optional. Only training you have to go through is OSET, is the initial training, but we have things like Airborne School, Ranger School, Combat Lifesaver, Medic, Land Nav. You know, you learn land navigation, and all the way down to all this is taught by, you know, what we've done in the real military. You know, we have veterans that come in and lead it. You know, just looking at this right now, this Nichols is a U.S. Army veteran. Unger, Dorji, Sam, vet, Marsh, currently serving. Is that Ayers? Oh, Diaz. I mean, we have a large chunk of military personnel in our unit, so. Flanagan, Orsini, or maybe it's Ornhera. Can't remember. I get those two mixed up. Over here, Perez, Pendergast, our vets. So there's a good chunk. Gotcha. Yeah, I mean, you'll probably have some weekends open and you won't. So if and when you get to the point of wanting to join, you know, just be upfront with your squad leader when you get assigned. Let them know. I mean, if you can't make it, trust me. And then we run things throughout the week too, like those training courses I was saying. Those get hosted, you know, Friday, Thursday, Saturday nights, things like that, and they're around the time because we also have Europeans as well. A good chunk of our unit is from either Europe or we have a couple Australians, a couple Italy people, which is Europe too. But so yeah, there's a good chunk of all around the world. So we try to get our schools random time frames. You know, we'll run one school in the evening in the U.S., but then other one in the afternoon in the U.S., just so that people have a chance. The only ones that really get screwed are our Aussie friends. Our lieutenant here, Lieutenant Lambert, is from Australia, and currently right now, it's actually, I have to look at my phone clock because, you know, it's 8 a.m. in the morning, 8:20 in the morning for him, versus for our European friends, it's 10:20 in the evening for them. So it is what it is, you know. Oh, you bet, Trump. We're gonna make some noise with this just to fuck with them a little bit. Maybe not. Won't let me. Oh, there it goes. Of course, my end is lagging. So law enforcement, huh? That was in the U.S. Army. I was military police, so it's definitely noble. Now times a little harder in the U.S. to be a Leo, that's for sure. Just with all the shit that's been going on, but. Look at this base. That's not easy to get into. Like that, I captured up the EPW. Not proper SOP to leave him in a in a warehouse by himself. Hey, but the corporal made a call. Good for him. Love the sats. What could he be? In here? Does look like he has some pretty good armed guards. Hey, there's our EPW. So this is our main target here. I love that. Got a bong in there and then weapons and everything all over the table. That's a good touch. Promote him to Colonel. Colonel Gong. Guess he bled out. Is that the first squad and the platoon sergeant? Second squad. The marsh. Come on. Yeah, I gotta figure this out for me. I'll be right back. Gotta hit the head. Hitting all the wrong buttons. Alright. Ooh, damn. Now that's what's up. Look at those big beasts. Coming in.
Shot you, Major.
Hey.
Don't take morphine.
Alright, this is Bravo. We have all three up now.
I spotted the fucking sniper and he shot me in the head.
Yeah, you know, I was challenging Zeus and he just took the fucking machine gun to light me up.
Where's my mom?
What?
Not stay still for too long.
Someone call for mom?
Sergeant Touchy.
He's outside.
Okay.
Alpha or Bravo, which one of you wants to move out in the open?
What do you guys feel like, guys?
It should be the team without the AR, and the team with the AR should cover them.
Fair enough, yeah.
Alright,
I
Bravo.
vote Alpha.
Alright, Bravo, set up. Watch the east. And,
Fuck you guys.
sadly, Alpha, you have to move out there.
Oh well.
Nice to have you here, Major. Be careful, there are enemy sniper fire.
Why are you? Oh, hello.
Yeah.
If you haven't heard, we're gonna be fucking.
Hey, don't stay in the hallway.
I don't even know how to call it. We're gonna get good the fuck
He had
out.
been silent for a while. Maybe somebody got him.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Yeah. Move from rock to rock. That's your best bet.
Okay. Being open at the compass. What? We gotta fucking move.
Let's have everyone in position to cover them.
Yeah.
You're gonna take the road on your right.
Alright, they're gonna take the road on the right, so just try watch watch our road.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah, it kinda is.
Doing some smoke.
Oh, I'm bleeding again. Wanna guess? You here?
Yes, where are you?
I'm in the stairs. Can you stitch me because my wounds keep opening? I'm patching my torso right now.
Hey, Whirl. Yeah, real solid. 40 plus.
Copy.
Just missing
Okay, you're good.
a corporal that I know.
Bravo, find a nice spot around there. Sorry, Alpha, find a nice spot around there and hold. Bravo, you're gonna move up to them.
Bravo copies.
Oh no, I don't want to join Polturek. I don't like this guy.
Are you guys moving?
You want us to move now?
Yeah, right now. Let's go.
Alright, everybody downstairs.
Oh. Let's move.
Rush the smoke.
Only have
Go for Widowmaker 4. Go for Widowmaker 4-6.
Tell me about it.
Guys aren't supposed to throw the smoke in the ditch.
It covers better. The wind is more tornadic down there.
It's dumb to not use ditch to take cover and go through the road.
I'm just lagging as I go. Yep, hopefully we get this FTX done a little soon so that I can play around with my settings and find out WTF, you know? I'm not equipped for this shit. Yeah, I'll shoot some rounds at Ray. That way I can say I fired my weapon today.
Alright, Macron, you're gonna take ton of gas, okay? It's right here. I got myself. Oh, I'm touched. Thank you. What's about mate? Guys, are you good?
Yeah.
Alright, we got Mike down. What about the BTR? Gasca is up and up. Major is up.
Yeah, I'm up.
Can somebody start working on Thunder Gas here?
Oh. Yeah, Thunder Gas is hit.
I'll cover.
Money's on it. Alright, Gasca, I'm gonna take my mags in your backpack.
That's not my backpack.
Yeah, moving to the east.
Sarah is as follows. We took some heavy contact, eliminated the vehicles, and we're patching up the wounded. We're going to be ready to move in 2 to 3 mics.
Yeah, Dave, thanks for liking the stream, bud.
Because the guy was right there. Right there. He was the only survivor. We need more.
It's not exactly where I want a Zeus, right in the middle of fucking nowhere behind a rock, but...
Copy. I hear a lot of fire. Full track down.
Technical.
More technical to the south, bearing 188.
Hey, technical is down. Technical is down. Target's eliminated.
Okay, we took down a technical.
No way. You're up?
Yeah,
What
still
the
moving,
fuck?
but the driver is dead and the gunner is
Yeah,
dead.
I'm that kind of a legend.
Okay.
Fucking legend.
Fender, if you're good, I need to hit you to help pull track for me.
Yeah, give me 1 sec.
McMahon, we're coming to track behind you.
Okay. Yeah, here he is.
Hey, can you have full backup actually? I'm fucking it.
You're what?
I'm it, and we cannot provide security with all these men down.
We have Scorpions to our left. They should be at the top of the hill.
Okay.
Yeah.
So that's
And
that's
Spartans should be
Okay,
like right behind
I'm
us.
taking in
Okay. Got it. Yeah,
McMahon.
let's watch our west and our south then.
Oh, you did a really
We'll be
good job.
fine here for now.
Yeah, our east and north are covered.
Anyone else down?
No, we should be gonna Bravo.
I think we're good.
This is why we need Reed.
Yeah.
Miss my
Reed doesn't
fucking
come.
CLS.
Look at that. Should get manicure.
Oh. What was that?
Is that a tank?
No, it looked more like a mine just went off randomly.
Okay.
I didn't see any shells or anything.
Alright, make sure you spread out.
McMahon, move to that trench.
Did I
Welcome
get
back.
that guy at least? Did
No
I get
idea.
that guy's
There.
baby? I hope I did.
That way I don't feel so exposed.
Bravo, you ready to move?
I think nobody give me morphine.
Probably not, no.
Nope. That means
To handle that pain.
Need a trick to take your mind off that pain?
More drugs.
Give me your finger.
Nichols, I need to trade my wire cutter
Baby.
for the UAV man.
Alright, Bravo.
I saw this in Major Pain.
Alpha, you're gonna fall behind.
Man, we're moving out now.
Copy, moving.
Fucking move it.
I feel like 20 people at the back of the truck. Oh, welcome, Ted.
Hello, how are y'all?
Welcome. I appreciate you with us.
I appreciate what y'all do.
Yeah.
I appreciate you appreciating me.
Hey, what was that? Indirect fire.
Orders, take cover.
I will go fucking more.
It is Captain Apple, actually. Captain Apple with ginger ale. Tastes just like a like one of those caramel apple suckers that you would get during like Halloween. It's amazing.
Where's that? Hey, Liwa, can you help me out?
That's Nissan. Where you at?
Over here.
Wait, because there is some. I'm gonna jump. Oh.
Alright, let's go clear shit.
That's weird. God. This leg. I'm glad I'm Zeusing most of it today.
Sorry, what?
Let's find a little honey hole I can
Please assist. Over.
Never fear, Major's here.
As long as you're not taking a dirt nap.
I'm legging worth this.
Where?
Tuesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday. Tuesday, Thursday.
Is he outside? Okay, yeah, that's fine. As long as he's in the compound, yes.
Hey, actual.
Send for actual.
Be advised, I think I see a mass cast towards my north.
Solid copy. Is that where Orsini was gonna head?
A firm.
Cool, he's already.
Oh, let's see what happens.
Great news! I got another head wound. I'm good.
Hey, Sonar, come here. This guy right here, I need help on him. Now.
That is,
Direct mortar hit on first squad.
Roger that. I want you to cover movement to your north, get in the HQ building or complex here, so we can get 360 security on this hilltop.
What the hell's Nichols out here all by himself? No one's gonna.
I got fucking tracked armor audio southwest, no eyes.
You better run, Nichols. They're gonna come up in your ass.
Windmaker 4, was that your reinsert? Spartans, you got eyes on?
Negative. We need to progress the hill, although we have another friendly squad in the way of our line of sight. So if we launch it, they're going to take fire.
What is Nichols doing? Not even within a, I don't know, half a click of anybody else. Running towards a tank.
The fire, prep your mods. There's an enemy tank coming into us.
Good copy. Stand by.
It's coming in from the west.
I think Nichols fell through the map. Oh, no, he didn't. Well, Nichols, you wouldn't have that issue if you weren't out there by yourself, bud. You know, platoon RTO. Now we have no comms with air.
No line of sight.
I don't even know where it is. It's like
west somewhere.
It's to the west. There's another squad up there, so I don't think he's gonna get this far.
No. I think 4 squads moving in on it.
Yeah. I can see
like
people
near
over
that,
that ledge over there.
Yeah, it's like where we came in from, sounds like.
It's 4 squads problem now.
Roger that, pull back east.
Let's get
Yeah, what's up?
permission to get into a tower and observe real quick.
Yeah. Start taking fire, raise me on the radio immediately.
Affirm.
Let's get an AT squad up there on 4th.
Cooper, are you out of ammo?
Take out that fucking BMP.
I don't have
Alpha squad, pull kit and your AT.
Here, let me take that spot from you if that's okay.
Affirm. Tornado report back to the front here.
Mr. Fox, if you have any soldiers still out of the AO, go ahead and get aviation dispute free and search.
The canop is gonna detonate the squad medic for 2 kills.
I'm stuck in a tree.
And Nico, if you can just give Meadows a quick stitch when you're done with that guy, that would be great.
Summary executions and people start getting executed behind us.
From 3 to take out that BMP over.
Boom, safety kill, safety kill, safety kill. You're all dead.
I saw you coming.
Yay!
I was about to greet you.
With a salute?
Hell yeah.
I mean, how do you like snipers?
Did you see me on Zeus saluting that body?
No, I didn't.
Wait, I was waiting for a teleport, so I just stood over by that body in the body bag and just stood over it saluting until someone teleported me.
I could have made your ass wait, but
Well, I figured that my squad might need the 30 extra mags that I'm carrying.
Nah.
Hey Nico, stop working on miles, I'll go for DS.
Megs, yes. Body shield, yes. Mouth, no.
Anyways, it's all package.
It's all or nothing. All or nothing package.
Is it though? Is it?
I mean, we got duct tape. You know, silent. They always say silence is golden, but duct tape is silver.
I bugged out. We no longer have the wire cutters.
Yep.
No, mission failed.
Funnily enough, that did kind of come up.
Break. All medics report to center 10. Break. All medics report to the
On the bright side, you still have the mine detector.
Moving in. I need.
How well did that come in use?
It came okay until the fucking mines respawned.
Until you're halfway through the minefield and lose half the squad.
Well, to be fair, we actually didn't lose anybody.
My bad.
It's just
That's why they invented officers.
magically fucking reappeared.
Alright, turning his right leg.
Just get set back up like northwest.
Doors are hard. Doors are hard. It's okay.
They happen.
He's got a normal heart rate, but he's in pain. That's why he's knocked out. How do you want to deal with it?
Kick him in the groin.
Yeah, either way, Nico, you can handle one last guy. Help out the other squads after Meadows gets up. I'm gonna go and shoot people now.
What? Oh, can you have 500?
Widow 6.
Oh, yep.
Status on that. Ace report over.
2 is...
Alright, bag going.
Okay.
Go back to Sam. How's Sam doing?
Good copy with that.
Taking my tourney back.
Now this is what you call a PTP.
Putting a splint.
Alright. Good luck.
I'm up, boss. Where do you need me?
Shed is up, but he goes down.
Series up.
This is one, I'm back.
You fucked up, one.
Yeah, can you stitch me and give me some fluids?
Moving tourniquets.
I get my wounds. What the fuck is this?
Damn, what?
You want
Stitching you now.
Platoon?
Take the tourniquet off for the arm that's still bleeding.
Oh yeah.
Yep, wrong arm.
I'm just gonna take blame for that one because I fucking moved.
I am at Pico Fluids.
Oh, sir.
Better guys, get more fluids?
Yeah, I'm stitching in. Check my backpack.
Copy.
Good copy. Widowmaker 1. Widowmaker 1, go ahead and stand by. Widowmaker 1, Widowmaker 6, go ahead.
Giving you another saline.
Get them to bring a
Major, you good?
Yep, I'm set.
Box in on
You hear you good?
debrief over.
He's giving me one more saline.
There you go. You're set, Kale. Okay.
Thank you. I'm stitched up.
Yeah, you're good to go, Sam.
Alright, I'll stay still.
Good copy. Widowmaker Fox, can you go ahead and send that transmission? I need ×1 white box. All aviation members need to be brought in on that last bird coming in for debrief over.
Hey, anyone here able to stitch?
Copy box over.
Yeah. Okay.
Alright, Harris? Yep. Harris? I'm hearing my heartbeat again. I'm probably about to go down.
I'm good.
Oh my god.
I'm fucking good.
Good copy.
I need you to
Thank you. That medical box coming in. We're running out of fluids here. Over.
Indeed.
Widowmaker 1 is back up and running.
I also need stitching.
How's it going, sir?
Body keeps open.
I can't hear. I still can't hear.
Oh, there you go. Mic was muted.
The glories of Ghost Squad is
Hey, where'd the shotgun go?
I don't know. I came in here. I wanted to take it, but somebody else did. Spoils of war, I guess.
God, it never stops, dude. It keeps reopening.
We indexing then?
Yeah. Sorry.
We indexing then?
Yeah, we're indexing, getting aviation to come in, and I'm gonna get them to bring some fluids in as well.
Copy.
Falcon actual Widowmaker 6 over.
Who's calling us a bunch of lovable idiots right now?
Falcon, be advised, we're gonna go ahead and conduct a debrief. Go ahead and bring all members into L position over.
Oh, we're taking contact. long time with me too.
Oh, joy! Sweet, so they have all of our frequencies! Why have we not changed freaks?
Is everybody good in here?
We haven't been using the radio.
You good, sir?
Yep, set.
Here, green means I need time, and yellow means help me, I'm dying.
What did he say?
Hey, Firm, you can move LZ Monkey closer to the
Is it taking
combat
a
outpost.
fucking long time?
We're gonna be staying at the combat outpost.
I love rescue ops, yeah. Oh.
Yeehaw, boys.
Alright, guys, let's fucking move it.
So fucked up. Fell off a tower. Mortar landed.
143-100.
That happened. Good point, Will. Good point.
Alright, copy.
Force covering your movement too.
Hey, Harry, everyone in your guys are up and
What are
running?
the shots on the south? I'm hearing AK fire south.
Sounds like they are moving through the minefield.
Hey, Firm, roger that.
Going off.
As far as I know, there's 1 or 2 times enemies
We are
hit
all
A.
Okay, copy on that. Bravo. All I need is Alpha, and then we'll go from
Thanks, Whirl. I was hoping nobody saw that. I threw it up the hill, and it rolled back down.
all of Scorpions are up and running. Alright, our begin rapid smash and just lay it out. Actually, no. Hello.
I heard some news that Nichols got captured.
What? I don't know anything about that. Nickel, huh? Friendly hero.
Okay. Nice work, 3-cap. Nice work. Guess those crew chiefs are earning their keep. My God, that guy's still alive. He's wounded right now.
Wish I didn't get left.
Oh, group issue and group off.
The black hole, there should be enough money.
Alright, yeah.
Black updates it is.
Oh look, Baxter's Baxter.
Baxter's damn right. Hold on.
I can't be.
What's that?
Never mind. I thought you said something.
Yeah, I was just quiet. I was being quiet.
So you were less.
Yeah, looking at the damn iPad.
At least film with it how it's enforced. Holy shit.
I know, you were there on DLC. You were the one that set it down there. No, I told you to set it up down at the. No, I told you to set it up south of the circular compound. Not where also, did you wait? What happened? Oh, full on died? Yeah, he grabbed was. He could get away with you.
everyone. Oh. 1, 2, 3. I got 4 side leads. Awesome. Alright, gentlemen. Can everyone hear me?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Fantastic. Alright, so what what a crazy and fantastic in there to our training exercise. Very happy with how we performed overall. Jumping straight into our strengths and weaknesses. So the strengths that I saw today were definitely all those training exercises that we carried out. Okay. So just starting off from the bat, crossing a limited danger area, an open danger area, we sort of did that. It was a little bit of a 2-in-1 just due to the terrain and environment that we were crossing. So that first road that we held at, it was a little bit of an ODA, the open environment, but crossing the road was part of the LDA, which we successfully did. When we stepped off, the only negative, our formations broke quite a bit, and we noticed this a couple of weeks ago, but with some correctiveness, we're able to just slightly work that. I was sort of just calling out to the squad leads, just advising them, certain guys were ahead of the point man and so forth. So just make sure you focus, when you're in those formations, simply just look at your little compass, and that will show you, where everyone should be spread out. That way you can hold that formation with everyone in your squad, and obviously just don't go past the point man. So that was one of the negatives I noticed just for the step off when we started those formation, but we're able to resolve that pretty quickly. The other things that I saw, which were definitely a positive, was our suppressive fire, and then focusing on our sectors of fire. So it wasn't easy to move up to this objective, and definitely capture the objective. It's a different terrain we're not normally used to, but we did that well. The only other downfall I've got is the indirect fire. When indirect fire came in, I saw a lot of people like run up into the towers and to sort of see where the indirect fire was coming from. And obviously some of those towers got hit, which resulted in a lot of casualties. If we start taking indirects, you want to get close to something, so you'd lay down in a tight little corner as so, right? Instead of going up in a tower, which, I think almost every tower here is already destroyed from the indirect. So just a couple things, just spreading out, just getting close to a HESCO or close to some sort of solid cover. That way, if indirect does hit on the opposite side of it, you're not going to get injured or anything like that. Something that won't be destructible like these buildings. Sergeant Brock, I'll hand it off to you for 2 positives and a negative.
Yes, sir. We'll start with the positives first. Reactive fire was outstanding, and I'm talking direct fire. Once we were in contact, you guys knew what to do, and you got on it. So your movement under fire, fire maneuver as squads, and as a platoon was well done overall. We engaged these targets, we suppressed them, we got up on this damn hill, and we captured it. So well done overall on that. Now, in terms of the negatives, spacing, that's a perennial issue. It seems like every week, every month, I got to talk to somebody about spacing. All right, so there's a couple things. On security teams, when you're covering these LDAs, you need to spread the hell out, all right? Near side security and far side security, if you have a 2-man security team, they should be at least 50 meters apart from each other, all right? You need to make room between you so that the rest of your element can get over that LDA and onto the other side. So whether you're talking near or far side security, spread out. And that goes if you have a buddy team. Something I saw today on a couple of LDAs, we had 2-man teams on one side, on the near side, 2-man teams on the far side. Well, you guys were pointing your rifles at each other. If you're spread out 50 meters, let's say on the west side, of this near side, both near and far should be pointing continuously down to the west. On the east side, you need to be covering the east. Don't be flagging each other, and think you're basically covering the space in between your security elements when you got 2 men back to back covering both directions down the roadway. All right, so keep that in mind. Make sure that you have adequate security and that you have enough room so that those maneuvering elements can get over without having to run in front of your muzzle or anything along those lines. All right. Now, also with IDF, when that shit hits the ground, first of all, everyone needs to call it out. Mortars, IDF, whatever it is, let everyone else know around you. And second of all, you need to get away from people. All right, you need to spread out at least 20 meters, preferably 30. And now that's tight in here, so it's almost impossible to get even 20 meters. But that's the thing, whether you're in a tower or in a bunker or here on the dirt, you know, don't bunch up. You know, I know you guys are under fire. You want to maintain comms and situational awareness, but one round on top of you, you're both fucking dead. You know, that's half a fire team wiped out. You know, that affects our ability to engage and destroy our enemies. All right, so spread the hell out. No matter what you're doing, spread out. I know it's hard in Arma because, you know, our perspectives are different, you know, in this environment, but whatever you think 20 meters is, try 40 next time. You'll probably be on track. All right. So I'll leave it at that. That's all I got, sir.
Yeah. All right. Mess Sergeant Drake, do you have anything that you saw? Where is he?
Just 1 point. I'm all the way at
I'm back there.
I mean, last week FTX we broke 42. Today we broke 43. So let's keep that trend going. I expect 44 next week.
Ooh.
What?
Nope.
What?
Before disbanding, could I make one comment, LT?
Go ahead.
Want to give a shout out to Second Squad who managed to take out the BMP at the very beginning before 3 Cap could even locate it and get eyes on. So nice shot.
Mark 1 eyeball superiority thermals.
PTS Holmes.
Hold on. Major to Flash, do you have any positive negatives?
Nothing that wasn't already covered. So outstanding job on attendance, gentlemen. Yeah, let's just keep rocking and rolling like Top says. Keep pushing that attendance piece. Keep pushing the recruitment. Yeah.
All right. Lastly, squad leads.
PTS Holmes.
Yeah, hold on. Squad leads.
You know, it's a good offer. I got nothing to say.
Yeah, bullshit. Give it 5 seconds.
Sergeant Tucci, Sergeant Sam.
Nothing from me, LT. I got nothing for you, LT.
And Sergeant Abel.
Negative.
Roger. All right. Holmes.
So I just had one thing that was a glaring issue to me. Staff Sergeant probably already knows where I'm going with this one. We had a VT round come down on us. Given the target, I'm assuming it was from Div Arty. It was danger close, and I know my squad had no clue that round was even in the air. So, I mean, I don't know.
Where was that?
It was when we were assaulting the hill. It was a cluster munition for the folks who don't know the artillery translation on that one.
Yeah, that wasn't the indirect. That was the enemy with the Mark 19 hitting you. I saw that one happen. Yeah, so the indirect the fire support hits the target. They hit the target, and then the Mark 19 or the UAZ, which was shooting at you guys, that was just rapid fire, like just going fucking ballistic. That's what was hitting you.
Okay, it looked like on the side of the hill from our angle it looked like a VT round exploded on the side of the hill, and we had no idea what was happening.
You got that one too.
Yeah, no, you guys were about probably 450 danger close, but yeah, I watched that one hit. So that was the Greater Rabbi. For myself. Through your mic.
Yeah, that's all I had.
Roger. Yeah. Go ahead. See?
See, we knew it. We knew it.
So, I just wanted to mention to everybody, unfortunately, AG-35 has a cyclic rate of double the Mark 19. That's what you thought about that, PFC.
Yeah, I just thought from what we saw, it almost looked like it was a round that nobody knew it was in the air and unaccounted for. So, yeah, that was...
Yeah, I know what you're talking about, Holmes. That could have been a 40 mic from a friendly. It could have been AT. I don't think it was an AT stick, but potentially it could have been one of those AGS 30s that just fell short onto target. Because as soon as they started hitting the ground around us, I knew what it was, and I took some shrapnel from them too. So it was pretty clear.
When they were hitting the ground, they were also hitting the minefield.
Yeah,
that
that's
came
what I was
with.
thinking.
But
Might have
the
been
thing is,
it was too wide.
after we took those 40 mics, that's when the techie drove up on the ledge and we were able to fucking take the gunner out.
Just
and
my
then we
baby
ran into the
dog.
minefield, but that's another story.
Yeah.
Yeah, it might have just chain reacted mines.
Could be. All right.
All right, guys, let's go ahead and break it down to our squad debriefs. We won't hold you back any longer. It is Sunday, so make sure you muster in under the Operations Center and vote on the website. Whoop.
Whoop.
Great job, Vince. First platoon dismissed.
Nice work, guys.
Let the bodies hit the floor. 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 I don't know why I always sing that every time everybody
Don't panic,
disconnects.
Mayon. This is normal. They're all going to the afterlife.
What?
They're all going to the afterlife. Don't panic.
I always sing. I always sing. I always sing. I was just singing it on my stream, but let the bodies hit the floor because everybody's just falling over. Yep. I'm like, one, nothing wrong with me. Two, nothing wrong with me.
I was just wondering if you knew when the next 68W school was.
Oh, I'm not 100% sure. I'd have to check with Staff Sergeant Brock on that one.
Okay.
Because
I don't think we have one planned for this month.
No, I think Combat Lifesaver happened, and then 68 Whiskey is one of those quarterly, I believe.
Yeah.
So it'll happen within the next couple months here.
Okay, sounds good.
Yeah, I assume you're a Combat Lifesaver train?
Yeah.
Beautiful. Well, then, yeah. Then you're set up. I think get through land nav.
Friday, 26th of March. There you go.
Yeah.
I think land nav is a requirement for that course as well, so if you haven't done that yet.
Yeah, I need to do land nav.
Okay. Alright, sounds good.
I'm gonna do a body hit.
Let the bodies hit the floor. Alright, well, thanks for watching, everybody. Not as long, only 2.5 hours today. FTXs tend to go a little quicker because we can control the tempo versus an actual operation. When we do those, they're just hell. But other than that, yeah, see you guys. I think I'll be back in 2 weeks this year. On my days off, most likely as well, but depends on what platform you see me on. Other than that, check us out. Thanks, everybody.